Megan and Jesse here talking about the Bonsai Rock cleanup.
Yep.
And I've paddled through there a bunch. I love getting over on that side of the lake and paddling through. It seems clean to me.
Absolutely.
But, right? I mean, that's kind of your point. But yet you have a really interesting story about a lost wedding ring?
Absolutely. So a friend of mine a few years ago lost his wedding ring out there, and he knew I was a free diver, which is, if you're not aware of what that is, it's not like scuba diving. It's where you hold your breath and you're kind of like a fish underwater. It's pretty neat. You're super mobile. So we found the spot, and I actually found the wedding ring in 5 dives, which is amazing.
How deep of water?
It's probably about 25 feet.
It's cold down there, isn't it?
It is cold down there, of course, Tahoe style.
Yeah.
So yeah, sure enough, we found the wedding ring, but we also found unbelievable amounts of trash down there.
Yeah.
If you want to go to our YouTube, actually, it's pretty wild, the videos of how much trash is down there. It's unreal.
So this is what inspired a cleanup that's going to
Yeah.
take place this weekend.
Yeah, so we talked about it back in November and thought about it this whole year. Yeah, there's the trash. And so we decided to reach out to Tahoe Dive Center. They're down in Carson City, and they work with scuba divers, and that's who we need to really make this cleanup happen. So once we connected with them, it was off and running, and here we are.
So I guess the main thing is really just to let, I mean, like I said, I paddle along that side of the lake probably once a year, and it's one of the most beautiful places, but you have no concept, no idea what's underneath it. Does it matter? I mean, if you can't see it, is it out of sight, out of mind?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
of
the thing.
course. This is our home, you know.
This
We
is
wanna
our
keep it
lake, too.
clean and beautiful. And a good friend of mine said yesterday, like, we're lucky enough to live here, so maybe it's part of our responsibility to take care of this place and help clean it up from the people that get to enjoy it year round. And it's super fun.
And it's not like other people don't want to help clean this up, because obviously the surface, you know, gets picked up every couple months, and it's awesome that people do that.
Keep Tahoe
but this
blue.
is decades of trash underneath Tahoe. This is literally like old pull tab style beer cans from back in the day, bottles broken all over, plastics that are actually eroding at this point.
No kidding. So that's just telling you how long they've been there, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you'll be helping, I assume. Both you guys helping?
Yeah, we'll be diving.
You're gonna be diving. You're gonna put a tank on, or you doing what?
So
Because it's
neither
kind
of us are.
it's a unique dive, right?
It
Diving
is.
at such high elevation.
Yeah, well,
It
neither
is.
of us are scuba certified, so we'll both be free diving. But we have about 20 scuba divers that are going to be down there helping out, and we'll all work in teams.
Which is actually one of the most largest groups of divers that we think has ever been in the lake at one time.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, the TRPA boat will be out there. They'll be parked out there for us all day. We really appreciate them volunteering to come help us out.
I think one thing that's interesting and good to see is when you guys first came, and I said, "Well, you guys here. You need volunteers," and you said, "Actually, we're set with
We're
volunteers."
both-
Yeah,
Right, which is
yeah.
Don't need any more help, but we will in the future, because this is one of our first things.
This is a first-time cleanup.
Exactly. So we did a logistics cleanup, and we went down to multiple beaches
Chimney
on the
Beach
East Shore, and
as
we
well.
saw this same situation there.
Again underwater.
Yeah. Yeah, so it just showed us that this isn't just happening in one area of the lake. This garbage underneath the surface has been there for decades, and it's all over. So we're hoping to make this an annual event, having divers and volunteers come out to clean up the lake in different neglected spots throughout the year.
Well, it's my understanding, I think somewhere over on that East Shore as well, there was like a dump from back in the days when they were doing the logging and that sort of stuff. Have you not heard of this one? Like there was a whole
Interesting.
So that's another thing that we're really into right now, is learning about all these new other spots that are like this. So if anybody has any idea of like,
David
new places,
Borges is a chiropractor in town, and he is a historian, and I believe he's the one. He would be a great resource. I can follow up with that.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Are you doing other free diving other places?
I mean, we're trying to dive as many places all over Tahoe as possible.
No, I mean aside from just cleaning up.
Absolutely, all over the world.
Yeah, you've been doing that. How deep are you going?
Well, I've been 100 feet before, but that's not a normal thing. 50 feet's a good hangout spot for me, and usually around 2 to 3 minutes.
This is really becoming popular, the free diving
It is
movement.
actually, yeah. A lot of people aren't really aware of that, because scuba scuba diving has been such a big thing.
Right.
But yeah, and here's an awesome place, in Tahoe to train doing that because of the elevation and being able to go down to sea level, and you're actually that much more efficient with
Sure.
it. So yeah, it's a really cool thing to get into.
And you have to wear a wetsuit because I mean that's the thing that shocked me the few times I've
Yeah, if you
dove
go
deep.
anywhere below 15
Yeah.
feet in Tahoe, you're gonna be cold.
Like
So
how cold?
all
It's
about-
really cold. It's
really
shocking.
cold down
Yeah, it's
there,
shocking when you do that.
Absolutely.
So what time's the cleanup tomorrow?
So we start out of the Sand Harbor State Park. We're doing our debrief meeting at 8 a.m. We'll load our gear, get the divers on the boats, and we'll head out to Bonsai. Everybody will be in the water probably around 9 a.m.
That's great.
And we'll dive till we clean it all up.
I love it.
Hopefully we'll be out by
Yeah.
2 or 3.
So
Yeah.
I think when you're talking about other stuff in the future needing volunteers, hopefully this place remains pristine, and then you're talking about moving on to the next spot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Right
we're
on.
we're talking about with Keep Tahoe Blue possibly adopting this beach. They have a new adopted beach program, so maybe Bonsai Rock will be the one that we take care of.
Well, cool. It's people like you that are making Tahoe better. You saw a need for something and way to organize and
Just
mobilize.
taking
Thank
care
you.
of the place we love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll keep up the good work. Have fun tomorrow. Make it fun.
Cool. Thank you.
There you go. Megan and Jesse, Bonsai Rock Cleanup Project starts tomorrow. We'll take a break and come back and look at your 7-day Lake Tahoe forecast.